Yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass, boy, you done. Move the sticks, first down. You better not step out of bounds. You don't really want it, but you really need it. It's the underground, man, we undefeated. Michael Jackson couldn't beat it, fourth down, couldn't reach it, man, your squad about to lose it. Go ahead and face the music, flip the coin, you still lost. Pay the cost to beat the bars, turn your motherfucking lights off. Yeah, CTE, these niggas can't see me. Got your head fucked up, got the game locked up, and it's over for your ass. Fourth down, you better pass. You know what it is, you ain't gotta ask. It's the underground, it's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done. It's the underground, it's the underground, yeah, it's the underground, it's the underground. You better pass, you better run, and that's your ass. Boy, you done.
Yeah, you know what it is, baby. Underground Sports Show. You done seen it before. We do this all the time, baby. We live. Call into the show. Yeah. 412-407-2744. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know you in the house. It's your boy, the host, Filthy Rich, of the Underground Sports Show, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Monday Night QB reaction. Week 1 NFL football, baby. That's how we getting down tonight. Yeah, it's the Underground Sports Show, baby. Hey, look, appreciate you coming out. If you're checking out the channel, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, support the channel, push me out there. Let me show me some love, you know what I'm saying? Because I need it, baby. I need to get all up in everybody's algorithm for show, you know what I'm saying? Once again, we live. It's your host, Filthy Rich, calling to the show. We're going on my Monday Night QB reaction. And it is what it is, man. Just that done. Watching the Monday Night Football game, man, and the Bears. That's all you can say about that game. I don't know if you got through it or not. If not, check me out in the morning. You got to get up early, go to work, put your headphones on in the truck, and listen to the Underground Sports Show, baby, because we here to talk sports, talk shit, man. That's what we do around here. All right, but the Bears, man, the Bears came out strong against the Vikings, man. I thought the Bears had it. I thought they had them, man. I thought it was a new wave about to start. I was about to talk about Ben Johnson, about to talk about that offense, and then it just stalled, man. They stalled at 17 points. Let J.J. McCarthy, the rookie but not the rookie, come back on them, man. J.J. McCarthy hung in there. And that's what they say, man. You let a team hang around, that's what you get. That's what you get. We done seen it before. So the Vikings, yeah, came into the game, had to be the favorites, even though the Bears was at home. We know what the Vikings did last year. We know what the Bears did last year. We know what Caleb Williams did last year. Look at the yardage he threw for the day. He's supposed to be the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards, right? Well, he started out the day with 211 yards. That ain't going to cut it, bruh. That ain't going to cut it. We'll need you slinging that thing. J.J. McCarthy ended up 13 for 20, 143 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. But them 2 touchdowns is what counted. Once he got his groove on, he got his groove on. He had him a rushing touchdown, scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, the Minnesota Vikings that J.J. McCarthy did. 21 points in the fourth quarter for the comeback victory against the Chicago Bears on the first Monday night game of the year. Now, what do I think? I think there's going to be a lot of confidence in Minnesota and a lot of the opposite for the Bears. That's the worst way to lose. You know, they was jumping around all happy in the first, second quarter, and now you got to go home with your heads down. That just ain't a good look for the Bears, who everybody thought was going to be good this year. division game. If they could have won this game, that would have been a big, huge boost. A huge boost. All right? Well, that's enough about Monday Night Football. It was a good, entertaining game, though. But y'all see my question of the day, which is the same question of the day for the past 3 shows. It's Aaron Rodgers having the John Elway in him, man. And why am I talking about John Elway and Aaron Rodgers right now? And that I've been asking this question for 3 days? Because y'all seen the game on Sunday. Let's get into it, man. I had 2 games of the week this week. And one of them was the Steelers-Jets. The other one was Ravens and Bills. But we're going to jump over Ravens and Bills and get to the Steelers and Jets right now. Because Steelers and Jets was everything we didn't think it was going to be, right? Everybody was thinking defensive battle. The over and under was 38. Everybody was thinking Aaron Rodgers going to be rusty. Aaron Rodgers ain't playing the preseason. Everybody was thinking Justin Fields struggled all preseason. He ain't going to do much. Everybody was thinking these 2 teams got good to great defenses. We were all wrong. Everybody was wrong. And the first thing I want to do, man, when it comes to Steelers and Jets, when it comes to the Steelers, period, I got to apologize to somebody, all right? Who I'm going to apologize to? I wanted to apologize to Mike Tomlin, but I'm not going to apologize to Mike Tomlin. And I'll tell you why in a second. But I will apologize to Aaron freaking Rodgers, all right? My man A-Rod definitely had his ass a game yesterday. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, we do not even come close to winning that game. Now, Steelers don't score 34 points much, over 30 much, period. I think in the last 3 years, we scored 30 points like 6 times. Aaron Rodgers comes out there on day 1, 34 points. And it was almost all him. And this is why I'm not apologizing to Mike Tomlin, because offensive line still wasn't blocking. So that wasn't ready. Running backs didn't get no yards, so the rush game wasn't ready on offense. And then this vaunted defense that we talked about all preseason, they talked about themselves, it wasn't just us, calling themselves best defense I ever seen at practice. I already knew that was a mistake. What do you think Aaron Glenn was telling his team when he seen that on paper? When that came across his Facebook? What do you think Aaron Glenn was thinking? A defensive coordinator, a guy that played for the Jets. You gonna call yourself the best defense in the league in the preseason? Y'all ain't even stepped on the field yet? Come on, dog. You know that's a deadly sin right there. You know that. And guess what? You went out there and you got shellacked on. Now, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was the offense saving the defense. Not just by scoring points, but staying on the field long enough so they didn't keep getting murdered. If Aaron Rodgers didn't move the ball the way he was moving the ball, Steelers get smacked. I don't even want to know how many points the Jets would have scored, the way they was running the ball, and the way Justin Fields was slicing them up on the run and the pass. So it sounds like I'm bashing the Steelers for the W, but I'm not. I want to say we got out of there on the skin of our teeth, though, and we got to give a shout out to Aaron Rodgers. He won the game for us, straight up. I don't care if you like him, don't like him, didn't want him here. You got to admit, when you watch that game, you seen Aaron Rodgers go through it, start out a little slow, start out a little timing off, get his shit together, take a couple hits, big hits, by the way, but still sling it. Still be the gunslinger that we was looking for. So am I overreacting to one game? No, because I'm only talking about one game. Talking about yesterday. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers saved the motherfucking day. I must apologize saying he wouldn't be ready if he didn't practice all preseason, at least play the game. But I still seen a lot of mistakes made by that offense. Still seen a lot of mistakes made by that offense. Timing was off. When it comes even to the running game, the timing was off. Passing game, couldn't block shit. And we had receivers dropping balls. DK Metcalf, our number one receiver, dropping 2 balls. I ain't saying you can't drop a ball anytime, but, you know, little things like that come from not playing. Game speeds up, man. Your nerves get different, man. Yeah, you need a little warm-up these days sometimes. Especially you got new teammates, all that good stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my Steelers, man. Had to get that in. They beat the Jets 34-32. It was a good one, man. Great way to open up the season. And let's see what's next. You know what I'm saying? But my other game of the week, let's move on. The Ravens and the Bills, man. Once again, this is my reaction show. Reacting to last week's games, or yesterday's games. It ain't even been that long. But yeah, Ravens and Bills gave us a thriller also. That was my other game of the week. Now, if you was watching the game or you went to sleep on the game like my man right here, that's how you woke up. That's how you woke up. Now, I told y'all on my pregame show, if you don't stay up and watch this game, you might not love football like we do here on the Underground. You just might not. My eyes bleeding last night watching this game, but I had to see the end. I knew it. Just think about it. 2 MVPs matched up. 2 MVPs matched up. Back-to-back MVPs, matter of fact. One guy got the last one stole from him, and Lamar Jackson, you asked me, so you know the duel was on. And their teams was in for it. You know what I'm saying? Now, in a way, you didn't see too much defense in this game either. There were plays here and there that were made, but really you didn't see too much. I mean, shit, Derrick Henry's running all over him. Lamar Jackson was doing what he wanted to do. And they was up, 40-25 in the fourth quarter. But then my man Josh Allen, the Winter Soldier, goes crazy. All of a sudden, Lamar runs into a stalemate, can't score no more. Defense standing up, defense getting hyped up. The crowds got their back, you know what I'm saying? And it turned into some shit. The Ravens started to melt. And the Ravens, at the end of the day, melted all the way. All the way. Up by 15, fourth quarter, just knew it was over. But not with Josh Allen, man. And let's listen to some wild and crazy stats that I heard today about this game, period.
Fake from the Bills' insane comeback versus the Ravens. 1.1%. That was the Bills' win probability once the Ravens went up 40-25 in the fourth quarter. 250 plus. Josh Allen is the first quarterback in NFL history to have 250 plus passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns in any single quarter of any single game. And he did it in the fourth quarter to win the game. 17. John Harbaugh Harbaugh has blown 17 double-digit second-half leads in his career. It's the most of any coach since 1991. 8. Since 2021, the Ravens have lost 8 games in which at one point during the game, they had a win probability of at least 90%. 277-0. That was the record of teams who scored 40-plus points and ran for over 235 yards in any game in NFL history. Now, that record is 277-1. 5 stats that sound fake from the Bills' insane comeback versus the Ravens.
That's crazy, bro.
The Ravens. 1.1%. That was the Bills' win probability.
Yeah, that's crazy right there, bro. Crazy. Crazy stats right there. 200, what do you say, 50 yards in the fourth quarter for the dub? That's crazy, Josh Allen. That's my fantasy quarterback. Actually, I got both dudes on my fantasy. I had Lamar on one team, Josh Allen on the one other team. Shit, I won all my fantasy games this week. All 3 of them. Who's my other quarterback? Joe Burrow let me down, but yeah, that's all right. I still got them on, in that league. I'm straight. So I got 3 wins in my fantasy. And that game right there, that's what that was. That was a fantasy football game. I felt like I was watching somebody play Madden. Real shit. Real shit. Anyway, yeah, Ravens, first time a team ever lost a game like that. 277-1. When they score over 40 points and over 235 yards rushing. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, let's move on. This is a game I talked about the other day. I felt like it was interesting because of the situation. Not the 2 best teams in the league, but Panthers and Jaguars, man. I mean, it was Travis Hunter out there versus, the trash Carolina Panthers. So I thought we'd see something from Travis Hunter. He did okay. He had 6 receptions, 33 yards, made a couple tackles on defense. No real big impact in his first game, but I was excited about the first look at Travis Hunter in a real football game, and he pretty much looked like he looked in the preseason. So it was no big deal. The bigger deal was how the Panthers shit the bed. They lost to the Jaguars 26-10. I think a lot of people thought the Panthers were somewhat of a sleeper team and had a better chance to being better than they were last year. But you're facing a team like the Jaguars, who's been struggling for years too, and you get your ass whooped 26-10, and your offense was supposed to be the best part of your team, and you only give up 10 points. You only score 10 points. That's not good. That's not good at all. It's not a good start for your season. Can the Panthers recover? Of course. But the road probably gets a lot harder than the Jaguars. But the Jaguars did display a little something, man. I mean, Travis Hunter didn't really throw for a lot of yards. But Travis Etienne ran for 143 yards. So, yeah. Panthers, Jags really choked it up when it comes to the Panthers, man. They needed to have a better game than that. I was expecting more from y'all. That was trash. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe the Panther fans thought they was going to get pounded like that. That's crazy. All right. Up next, Lions Packers. Watch that at 4 o'clock right after the Steelers game. Man, hey. One thing I'm going to say about this is the Green Bay Packers defense was everything they said it was going to be. At least everything I said it was going to be. Hey, they was a top 5 defense last year. Added Micah Parsons, who didn't do much but bring his presence. And got everybody fired up. Those boys was on the Lions. Now, we just watched the Bears. They lost their offensive coordinator to the Bears. And when I'm watching the game, Lions couldn't get nothing done on offense. I'm automatically thinking like, damn, I didn't think they was going to miss their offensive coordinator like this. It just wasn't that same in-sync Detroit Lions type of offense you see. Now, Jared Goff was still pretty efficient. But, man, I expected to see a lot more out of the Detroit. I expected to see a competitive game inside the division. But Detroit really just couldn't move the ball, man. They really couldn't. It was hard all day. The only touchdown they scored was late. Like I said, Jared Goff had his type of day, 31, 39, 225. Touchdown and interception hurt him, though. But You know, usually Jared Goff's usually around like 34 for 39 type of shit. And it's just the plays just didn't look the same, man. They were shutting down Jahmyr Gibbs. I gotta get a lot of credit. A lot of credit to that Green Bay defense. It was looking solid. It looked like it might be one of the best defenses this year. That's after letting Jair Alexander go. They really looked good against a team that we all know can move the ball. So, no surprise that I think that's a good defense, you know what I'm saying, at all. And look like they just missing Ben Johnson, man. That's really all I had to say about that game right there. Yeah, it is what it is, man. All right, let's move on. San Fran and Seattle. Checking that game out. Seattle, I thought they would be a better running team than they were against San Francisco. And maybe San Francisco is just a better a rush defense than I thought they would be also. You know, San Francisco was pretty bad last year. And I don't think they're hitting the reset button. They're reloading. Brock Purdy got paid. He had a half-decent game. Made some mistakes here and there, but wound up throwing a game-winning touchdown where the tight end just went up and mossed old boy. So, really, Seattle losing 17-13 surprised me a little bit. I thought there'd be a little more scoring. Sam Darnold versus Brock Purdy. I think Sam Darnold's going to be decent for Seattle this year. I think they're going to get it together. But for San Francisco to go up to Seattle, beat Seattle, that was a big game in that division at the beginning of the year. But I'm looking at both of these teams as good teams and thinking that both of these dudes is going to be around towards the end of the year. This division pretty much came down to the wire last year. Even though they didn't have a lot of wins, everybody was hovering around 500 along with the Rams, you know what I mean? And the, what's the other team in the division? With the Rams and the Cardinals. Yeah, with the Rams and the Cardinals. So, yeah. Hey. That's going to go. This division look like it's going to go down to the wire, too. Because both them teams played well in that game. Very well. I was very surprised that it was such a good defensive game, for real, for real. That's what I was surprised about. What else? In San Fran, Seattle. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, the Pearsall kid stepped up. That's another thing I seen in that game. He looked like he's going to be a valid target. While Brandon Ayuk is out. And when he comes back, man, they might be all right. Hey, San Fran showed a little grit. Christian McCaffrey is out there looking normal, you know. I think they need to pace him like he's going to be on a pitch count for the rest of his career the way he get hurt. But yeah, San Fran and Seattle, that was a rumble, and San Fran came out on top. All right, so let's go to halftime real quick, and we get into some upset games that I got. Upset alert. So we'll be right back. Underground Sports Show, baby. It's halftime. We'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Pull back, run you over. It's the halftime show. We need a turnover. Pick 6. It's your boy, Filthy Rich. Turn me up in this bitch. Hit the like button. That's the right button. Call in to the show if you know something, but you probably know nothing. Not my fault that you're playing for the wrong team, wrong scheme. Strike you out like Paul schemes. It was all a dream. You never gonna win a thing. Nah. Yeah, you know what it is. It's halftime. halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. I'll be right back. It's halftime. It's halftime. It ain't over yet. Yeah, you know what it is, baby. It's the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich in the house. Calling to the show, we live. Hit me with a comment section if you ain't live. Like I said, man, late night sports talk on the Underground Sports Show, baby. Ow. You know what it is. Yeah. I'll be right back. Yeah. Halftime show, baby. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. You know what I mean? That's the halftime show. Like I said, man. Hey, now my pregame show, I had 4 teams on upset alert for this NFL Sunday. You know what I mean? So those 4 teams were the Broncos, the Broncos, the Bengals, the Commanders, and no, I'm right. No. Yeah, just those 3. My bad. I thought it was 4. The Broncos, Browns, and the Commanders. All right? So Commanders had the Giants, right? Man. Now, it's automatically upset alert right here. This is a bad team versus a really good team that went to the NFC Championship game last week. And I thought the Giants was a little better than what they showed. I thought Russell Wilson would be a little better than he was last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why? Because he's working with a new group of receivers that have got a little different temperament than George Pickens had. Maybe Dabo might be a better offensive coordinator than what we had, or Arthur Smith. I was just trying to give Russ the benefit of the doubt, man. But at the end of the day, bro, Russell Wilson was just out there looking like Russell Wilson, man. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. It's messed up. I thought I had a little clip from and I do that from the Giants game. And I'm sorry, but Russell Wilson, once again, wasn't throwing over the middle, taking sacks, wasn't mobile enough, fumbling. It just wasn't good for Russ, man. But I did see a big hit in this game, so let's check this big hit out real quick.
Scheme plays you want the world, but you got to do the fundamentals right. Here's a Shesky on a great punch. And gets out of the 15. We heard that all the way up here. Singleton. Third punch. And gets out of the 15.
Yeah, I had to show y'all that. That was a hit right there. But yeah, I mean, it was just, for real, the rest of the game, man, it was more Russell Wilson just running for his life a little bit. I don't know if it was the offensive line. I truly think he'd be holding on to the ball too long.
I like that. See, he didn't go around the middle.
Like I said, a whole bunch of sacks. Now. The Giants defense played well. Okay? I got to stop that. But yeah, Giants defense played well, so that really wasn't the problem. Like I said, I just wasn't impressed with Russell Wilson. The question is, how long of a leash does Russell Wilson have? I've been on record as saying not very long at all. How long do you wait to throw the more athletic, the younger, stronger arm Jackson Dart in the game, man? I don't know if I would wait too long. At the end of the day, Giants lose to the Commanders 21-6 to kick 2 field goals. So once again, it's the same old Russ. Last year in Pittsburgh, we was scoring 6 points and doing bullshit like that. And all of a sudden, we get Aaron Rodgers. All of a sudden, we got 34 points. Then he goes to the Giants and he can't score over there either. It ain't a good look, man. You got to be looking over your shoulder, and you really should, because Jackson Stark played excellent in the preseason. Now, when I say you should be looking over your shoulder, of course you shouldn't. But you know what I'm saying. The expectations of what Jackson Dart's going to do, he's seen it. He's seen what we see. So, yeah, man, Giants cannot beat the Commanders. Now, my other upset alert team was the Bengals versus the Browns. Now, the Browns, man, they browned this shit to death. Damn. Browns had them. Browns lose 17-16. That point that they lose, the point that they lost by, was an extra point. It's like, come on, Browns. You know, Joe Flacco was Joe Flacco. Actually played pretty decent. Threw a couple picks, though. One wasn't his fault. So, you know, I was just hoping the Browns could show us some love in the division. They had the Bengals. The wild thing about this game was that the Bengals defense actually was the defense to step up and win a game, a defensive game like this, for real, for real. Myles Garrett was going crazy out there. So, you know, it was a big-time defensive game. But everybody said all offseason, the Bengals' defense is horrible. One thing I said is they can't be as bad as they was last year. I mean, you could be the worst defense in the league, but I just think everybody talking shit on you. You out here trying to make they had to know that was their problem. So, yeah, they making some adjustments. You could bet that. So, yeah, they held the Browns down. Browns ain't much on offense, though, you know. But, hey, at least the Bengals didn't give up. You know, it wasn't no shootout. Shit, nobody thought the Jets was the shit on offense until Sunday. I wonder how real that's going to be. We shall see as they move on. But my other upset alert was Titans-Broncos. And, man, Titans almost gave them one. Cam Ward, his first game ever. Almost got him one. His problem was the same problem I said was just going to be his problem since they drafted him. Since before they drafted him. I told Tennessee, you're not ready for a quarterback yet because you ain't got no team around him. You're supposed to draft your quarterback when your team's built already. Then you're supposed to add on to it once you find out he can hang. But you ain't got no team around this young boy, man. He's the best player on the team on offense, and he ain't got nobody to support him, man. And he's young. He's going to make mistakes. So it's going to add up to L's like this. Losing to the Broncos 20-12. You had chances to win. Receivers dropping balls. Him making rookie mistakes. And let's check some of that out. Check a little Cam Ward out right here. Where Cam made some rookie mistakes. There's the punt right here. And this is what sets up Cam Ward right here. So you see the muff, right? Boom. Big muff. My man jumps on it. You see the score? 13-12. Fourth quarter. We getting it on. Cam Ward gets the ball. Where they at? They at about the shit. They on the 23-yard line, huh? That's a great field position. Automatic field goal. So let's see how automatic it is. Great play by the special teams. Cam Ward don't got nothing. And you can't do this. This is some John Madden shit. This is some young quarterback stuff. You see his stats down there, 10 for 20, 99 yards. But he's in the game. And this is the big time in the game. You already in field goal range. You can't do this. And you damn sure can't get caught. Old boy was on his ass. Who's that? 52? Woo. Ellis. He was in there. But anyway, now you see the field position already. Where they at? The 40-yard line. Oh, we go back. Next play. Very next play. Line ain't blocking for shit, really, though. I mean, it's all right right now. You got to step up in the pocket. Now you back at the 50-yard line. You got to get rid of the ball, dog. You can't get out of field goal range like that. That's some nut shit. I know it's your first game of the year, but you learned that in college, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, man. People don't calculate when they look at these athletes. They see them on a high level like this. They don't calculate the pressure. They don't calculate the mental psychology of a man. They're all men. They're all men just like us. Just because they great athletes don't mean that they ain't thinking about some other shit when they supposed to be thinking about some other shit. He's thinking this is my first game of the year ever, and he just folded, man. He folded. And he'll learn from that. But yeah, that's how you see the score. They were supposed to kick a field goal and go up. Now they wind up losing 20-12. But yeah, that changes. Changes the whole momentum right here. They already in Denver. This changes the whole momentum. So yeah, that's messed up, man. Cam Ward had the chance to get his first dub. Then later in the game, he got a chance to win it again, and his boys let him down. They drop all types of passes and let him down. All right, another game I want to talk about was Raiders and Patriots. Now, the reason that game was interesting, it was Tom Brady owning the Raiders now. You know what I'm saying? Not totally owning the Raiders, but, you know, he's part of the ownership. He gets to go, his first game, go back to New England with a Gillette Stadium, where they just put up a statue of him. So he gets to play his first game as the ownership in the Raiders, which he really wasn't there, though, because he was calling the Giants game. But at heart, it's his team. He gets to go back to Gillette. And guess what? The Raiders handle business against the Patriots. Raiders handle business. They do their thing. Geno Smith slinging the ball all over the place, 300 and something passing yards. I believe he's the pass leader, at least yards right today. Or, yesterday. And the Patriots just didn't play their game. They tried to outgun the Raiders. Yeah, they tried to outgun the Raiders with Drake May and went away from their running game. I mean, their coach, their players, everything says run the ball first, you know, and they didn't. Drake May threw the ball 46 times in a 20-13 game. Why? I don't understand that. I don't understand. And Travion Henderson had 5 carries. Marjay Stevenson, 7 carries. Nah, dog. Running backs got the ball what? 12 times? Plus Antonio Gibson got 1 carry for 3 yards. 13 times. They handed the ball off 13 times with Drake May as your quarterback. Stephon Diggs, our wide receiver, and nobody else really. That was a mistake. A true mistake by the Patriots. And you gave the Raiders a freebie. I don't know. Raiders is my other sleeper team. No lies to you. It was the Raiders and the Giants. Look like I got some hope with the Raiders. Look like with the Giants, I might not be going nowhere with that shit. Might be way off on that one. But all right, man, that's it, man. That's all the games I really thought was super interesting enough to talk about. NFL standings real quick. I know it's week 1, so it might be overreaction in some standings, but it is some interest in it. You know what I'm saying? The Bills in the AFC East are the only team to win in the AFC East. Jets, Patriots, and Dolphins lose. All right? So, yeah, and everybody gave up big points. Well, Dolphins gave up 33. Jets gave up 34. So, hey, this might be an easy path for the Buffalo Bills, which we kind of already knew anyway when it comes to the AFC East. AFC West, the Chargers are 1-0. Broncos 1-0. Raiders 1-0. And the Chiefs are 0-1. Yep, Chiefs only team to lose in the AFC West. So everybody got a quick leg up a quick leg up on the Chiefs, bro. They better take advantage of it, man. One of these teams going to win their next game. So, Chiefs better not lose. I'll tell you that. Anyway, AFC North, Bengals 1-0, Steelers 1-0, Ravens 0-1, and the Browns 0-1. So, yeah, we'll take that a little bit thing right there. You know what I'm saying? We'll take that. This might be one of the best divisions in football. Now, that Ravens loss, man, that's a tough loss. It's a tough loss to a good team. They're just taking that L. That's 2 back-to-back season opening brutal losses for the Ravens, man. Last year they lost to the Chiefs on the little toe tap deal. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a hurt piece. All right, AFC South, Colts win big time, 33-8 over the who they beat on Miami like that. They're 1-0. Jaguars 1-0. They beat on the Panthers. But the Texans, who won this division last year, 0-1, and the Titans is 0-1. Bad start for the Texans. They lose 9-14. Who was it again that beat them? Who was it again? Oh yeah, the Rams. Yeah, 14-9. All right, back to the standings. Let's go into the NFC. NFC East, Commanders 1-0, Eagles 1-0. Cowboys 0-1, and the Giants 0-1. Kind of what you would feel out of that division. I think the Cowboys is better than that 0-1 for sure. They deserve to win that game, man. They made a lot of mistakes that I don't think they're going to make it again. But the Giants, man, my sleeper team, ain't looking good. Ain't looking good at all. Of course, the Commanders and Eagles dominated. NFC West, like I just got done saying, it's going to be a tight division right now. 49ers 1-0, Cardinals 1-0, Rams 1-0. They all beat teams outside of their division, which is good. It means you could travel. You know what I mean? You ain't just beating up some scrubs in your division. So we found out about them 3 teams, and the Seahawks is 0-1. They lost a little thriller to the 49ers. All right, NFC North, best division in football last year. Can they hold it down? I don't know, man. The Packers is 1-0, looking good. Bears 0-1, just got, fourth quarter comeback on them. Vikings 1-0, so they stepped up. And the Lions is 0-1. Hey, Lions is at the bottom of the barrel. They ain't used to that. They won a lot of games last year. We shall see, man. The Lions did not look good without their offensive coordinator. NFC South, Buccaneers 1-0. Panthers 0-1. Saints 0-1. And the Falcons 0-1. Look like the NFC South is up to what they always up to, losing. We shall see. Panthers didn't look good. Saints hung in there, and the Falcons definitely hung in there. But Carolina Panthers, you can't come last in this division again. You just can't do it. I got a feeling some heads is going to be rolling. If y'all starting out 0-3 like y'all always do, 0-4, that ain't going to be good. But right now, when it comes to heads rolling, Mike McDaniels and this Panthers coach, I don't even know his damn name. It ain't looking good for y'all two right now. Or Dabo. So Dabo, I already say his name, from the Giants. He better get Jackson Dart in that game. He better get Jackson Dart in the game. So that's all I can say on that one. All right, man. Well, look here, y'all. Getting late. If you ain't catch it tonight, I appreciate you for catching it in the morning. Leave something in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's the Underground Sports Show. It's your host, Filthy Rich. I'm doing this thing. I'll be on the regular now, man. It ain't no willy-nilly no more like I was doing. May shell up on Sunday morning, maybe Sunday night to hit you with a reaction. That's kind of quick for me though, man. But I really like my Monday night reaction. You know what I'm saying? Get a time to think about it, break something down, and get into it deep. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we always laugh, and it is what it is. It's your boy Filthy Rich, man. I'm out of here. Ow, Underground Sports Show, baby. Ow.